Hello, Ashley. Nice seeing you this week. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. How's it been going?
It's been going okay, I would say. I'm trying to
Okay.
implement my goals and everything, but yeah, I'm trying.
And how is it working out for you?
It's been difficult. It is difficult trying to remember the journaling and everything, making notes. It has been challenging just because it's been very hectic schedule-wise. Um, So I've been trying my best, but I know I've been slipping up on some occasions.
Do you feel that we may need to kind of tweak your goals a little bit?
Um, no, I think the goals are okay. It's just becoming consistent and kind of holding myself accountable. Like, if you want to make progress, like, you have to do these things.
And I noticed in the last one that was kind of hard with holding yourself accountable. So
Yeah.
how does that make you feel?
Um, it's kind of disappointing that I can't hold myself accountable. Like, you should be able to do this. Why can't you do this?
Mhm.
Um, So yeah, it is really disappointing, but then on the days where I am able to do it, like I do have a sense of accomplishment, like yeah, I did that today. Awesome. Um, but yeah, it's just those disappointment feelings. Those aren't as good.
Disappointment.
Hmm.
And I know it can be hard trying to complete these goals. You have so much going on with your life. But I do appreciate you still sticking with it,
Hmm.
although it is hard. It's a process. It's nothing that's going to happen overnight. So I like that you are trying to be consistent.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely want to get to a better place,
Okay.
and yeah, it's going to be a process because life is crazy, so it's not going to happen just like overnight like that for me. But that's why I kind of keep coming here because I'm like, oh, she keeps giving me these awesome tools I can try to use. So I keep coming back because I'm like, I want to learn more. I want to know how to overcome this.
And that is awesome. It's awesome to be going somewhere where you can get some techniques and learn different skills and put them to use. So, okay. So there's a couple things that I wanted to discuss with you today. I want to talk about some different interventions that may could help you down the right path, and also just discuss the use of medication if that's something that you're interested in. Interested in. I have two interventions that you can choose from. One is the cognitive behavioral therapy, and the other is acceptance and commitment therapy. The acceptance and commitment therapy is just kind of focusing on accepting your thoughts, um, kind of keeping them under control, not necessarily eliminating them, but just kind of keeping them under control. And some people are like, well, why would I want to have these uncomfortable feelings? But when maybe your job is very stressful, or you just have a lot of stuff going on in your life where your anxiety is just going to be there, it's just about just accepting them and controlling them. So I'm sorry. Just accepting the symptoms, not necessarily eliminate them. And that's kind of what the behavior of the cognitive behavior therapy is. It's just kind of eliminating those thoughts, things that can help remove these feelings and these anxious thoughts. Um, is it which one are you interested in?
Um, I I like the concept of the acceptance and commitment therapy. But at the end of the day, I really don't want these feelings anymore. Even if I am comfortable with them, I feel like they'll still kind of just weigh me down at the end of the day. So I'm definitely interested in more eliminating them and learning tools that can help me overcome
Perfect. And I think that this is going to be a great intervention to help eliminate those thoughts, those feelings, and just not being so much into your head or what's going on or what, just kind of having your thoughts all over the place. Just learning some different techniques. And one technique that I would like to bring up is this relaxation techniques, a technique that you can use when you are feeling stressed or it's just so much going on. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And it's a breathing where you can breathe from your chest or you can breathe from your stomach. When you're breathing from your stomach at a slow and steady pace, you're more calm. Your body is a little bit more relaxed. Does that sound like something that you're interested? The breathing, different breathing techniques.
Yeah, I think that would help. I think it would help my body kind of relax because I notice like at the end of the day, I'm like physically exhausted because I kind of can tell my body's been like tight all day. So maybe it'll help me be able to like I guess recognize it and just like breathe the tension away almost.
Mhm. And I think this will be something that will be very useful to help you sleep at night. I know you mentioned that it's so hard to sleep at night because there's so much going on. And I was asking about the things that you do before your sleep. And maybe this is a technique that could help out a lot. Just breathing. And if you want to practice it right now, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry. I'm getting over the flu and it's just, oh, Jesus, a lot. Okay. So I want you to just make sure that your feet, both feet, are flat on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And you just take one hand, put it across your chest, and you just take your other hand and put it on your stomach,
Mm-hmm.
and you just breathe in. But I want you to pay attention to where do you feel your breathing is
Mm-hmm.
coming from? Do you feel it more from your chest, or do you feel it more from your stomach? So let's do like maybe one, really go in again, really, and one more time, go in and out. And how does that make you feel?
Um, Definitely like just like relaxed and like how can I put it like more like in the moment I guess because I am just focusing on like my own breathing and it kind of just brings me back. It allows me to focus on something.
Is that something that you think that you can do? Like maybe you're at work and everything is crazy that day.
Mm-hmm.
You got so much going on. You think you can like step away, like, okay, let me help you breathe in, ins and out, ins and out. You think that'll be helpful?
Yeah, that's something that I could very easily just work into a normal routine, I guess, or not even a routine, just something that I could do when I notice I'm getting like worked up or stressed out. And it might not even be like the whole thing of like laying my hands on my chest. It's just feeling the breath go in and out. Something,
Mhm.
I mean, we breathe every minute of every day. So it's something that I could absolutely work into those moments I'm feeling stress.
That's awesome. And it also works with the muscle tension. When we're so stressed and got so much going on, our body and muscles tends to tense up. It's
Mm-hmm.
like our body is sending our brain a message that's saying, hey, I'm in a crisis mode. Something's not right. So
Yeah.
those breathing ins and out can help with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right. So moving on. Like I said before, the breathing will help with the muscles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Muscle tension. I'm sorry, I just have some stuff on the computer that I wanted to just go over.
Take your time.
Okay. Now, did you feel when you were breathing, did you feel it more from your chest or did you feel it more from your stomach?
It was kind of both. When I would breathe in, I would feel it more from my chest. But like on the exhale, I would feel it more in my stomach. Um, so yeah, it was kind of both. Like I tried to focus more on my stomach to see if I could really just take those deep breaths. It was like
Okay.
it was hard to do to like kind of force myself to do that. Um, like I definitely did feel like more relaxed. Like I could just feel my body kind of like sag and be like, ooh, okay, you just needed to breathe.
Okay. Perfect. So that's just one technique that
Mm-hmm.
you can use. And another, I want to bring up, because I know you mentioned that you're always constantly thinking about what's next, what's next,
Mm-hmm.
what's next. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? So I kind of want to talk about getting those thoughts under control.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. To transition those negative thoughts into more positive thoughts.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for to kind of get them to stop and get my mind to stop being so harsh and negative all the time.
Do you feel have these thoughts when you're more so alone or when you are in your work environment? Or is it kind of like both?
Um, I would have to say it's more when I'm alone. Just because at work I'm busy from the time I get there to the time I leave, and my actual job, like I have to focus on it because if I make a mistake, it could be like detrimental. So because I'm so focused on that, I really don't have time for my own thoughts. But then like when I'm driving home or when I'm doing something that doesn't require a lot of thoughts, like watching TV or like cooking dinner, I notice that those are the times where I kind of like get down on myself almost, where I just keep thinking about my list and like, you need to hurry up, get through this just because you have other things to do. So yeah, I definitely sink into those moments when I'm alone, when there's no distractions.
Okay. So let's put yourself in that moment where you're at home. I mean, not at home, where you're in the car. Because that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
seems like where it starts. As soon as you leave work, I'm in the
Yeah.
car and my thoughts are going. So let's kind
Mm-hmm.
of just, can you put yourself in that moment? And what are some things that you think that we can do? You listen to the music. Do you think listening to the music will help?
I mean, yes, I do think it would work. It's just because like sometimes I'm in such a rush just to get home because like it was just a horrible day and I'm like I just want to get home and just be comfortable. So sometimes like I just leave the radio on, and if it's just like mostly like ads or it's just talking, I can notice myself getting pulled away. So it would kind of just be like taking that 2 seconds to like hook my phone up to my car so I could listen to music that I can actually like sing along to and stuff. Um, but yeah, I do notice on days where like in the morning when I'm sitting in traffic, if I have my music playing, I notice I am in a better mood throughout the day because it kind of like just starts me in a good like kind of mood. It's just the driving home. I have a bigger issue just because like I want to get home now. Like I don't want to worry about hooking my phone up or anything.
Right. Now, have
Yeah.
you ever thought about just paying attention to what's going on around you to control those thoughts about, I need to hurry up and get home? Because it seems like you mentioned traffic before, so there's always traffic. So that's like something you can't really prevent.
Mm-hmm.
So just controlling those thoughts by just paying attention on what's going on around you, just being in that moment instead of those thoughts going, oh, I need to hurry up and get home. like, well, I know I got to be in traffic anyway, right?
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah,
just
I think focusing on something while I'm driving would definitely help. I really like the music idea. Just because if I focus on traffic, I think that'll make my anxiety kind of spike a little more
mm,
because the drivers around me don't know how to drive. So if I'm looking at their driving, I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna crash. So it just makes me a little bit more nervous, which is like bad to say, like I'm zoning out when I'm driving or anything like that. But I think I definitely like the music idea, and it would literally just take me like 10 seconds just to hook my phone up. And I don't know why it's such a big deal because I do it in the morning. It's just when I'm trying to get home, I don't know. It's just like completely different for me.
just being so anxious to get home. I had a long day. I don't want to sit in traffic. So
Yeah,
sometimes we have to find ways to kind of deal with what's going on in that moment.
yeah, absolutely.
So you
And I
think that,
think it's just because it comes down to like I was busy all day and now I feel like I'm on my time and I don't want to drive home on my time. Like I just want to be home and get things done that I need to get done. Um, so it kind of just comes down to like accepting like, no, you're going to have to sit in traffic for at least 30, 45 minutes to get home. So I guess maybe utilizing that time to kind of think over my thoughts and kind of like maybe process my day and everything. Maybe that would help.
and I think that
Yeah.
would be great just to process your day. And that's another way to be like, oh, let me think about what have I've accomplished today. Things that you have.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
And I
that
know
is,
that was one of our goals last time was like to kind of note like what did I accomplish of the day? And I never even thought about like utilizing those 40 minutes I'm stuck in my car alone as that time to process it because I felt like I had to put it in black and white,
mhm.
but like writing it, but maybe even just like thinking about it while I'm just stuck there, maybe that would help. And think about working it into my schedule like that. Just
Mhm.
because like I never think about using that driving time. Like when I'm driving, I should just be driving, but my mind wanders either way.
I think that is a great start. And that's
Yeah.
another way to implement another goal. Just like that. I don't have to wait till I get home to write everything down. I can think about it and process it like I have accomplished something. It's amazing. I did it. So that is awesome. And do you think that would help you when you get home? Kind of your mind is not, you eliminated the thoughts and the mind roaming. When once you get home, you think that will, what you done before, end up being in the car, listening to the music, being in that moment, do you think
Mhm.
that can help you at home? Put you in a better mood, basically,
Yeah.
once you get home.
Yeah. And I was actually just because like I was just about to say that like processing that like might separate the two times where like okay work's done, let's think about it, process it, but then like once you get home and walk through the door like that's done, like you don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'm able just to focus on okay now this is Ashley at home, what does she need to do, or how does Ashley at home feel versus bringing home work Ashley who might be miserable from a bad day. So yeah, I think that would like just completely change my mood just in that drive home.
That is,
I'm excited.
that is
I'm excited to try.
okay, perfect. And so, is it okay if we talk about some things that you can do when are home to avoid these thoughts? I know we
Yeah.
talked about how we can handle it at work, how we can handle it in the car, but since you did mention that you are home
Mhm.
a lot, and that's when a lot of thoughts are taking place, let's talk about some things that we could implement for when you are home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful because I'm alone at home a lot. So I feel like I need to have some like backup resources just in case.
Okay. Do you have like things that you do when you get home? Like, do you have a plan? Like, when I get home, I need to do this, 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 and this. Do you have those, or is just kind of like I'm home, whatever I need to do is what I need to do? Like, how does that
Usually I have a plan. Like when I come home, I need to take care of my animals because like they're going insane. So it's taking the dog out, play with her for a little bit, feed the animals, make sure they're all good. And then and like I usually go on my phone to just like mindlessly scroll for like 30 minutes before I have to start cooking. But then I cook dinner and then I work on my homework until basically I fall asleep.
go? Okay, so when in those different moments do you feel like that your thoughts are just like kind of taking over?
Um, Probably like once I start cooking, just because it's just like a process where your mind can wander. So like I guess I just start thinking about different things, like what I need to do for homework, what do I need to get done. And then it kind of just travels with me as I'm doing my homework, which is why it takes me like hours to do a simple assignment each night because I can't just focus on it. My thoughts are just like keep dragging me away from it.
Okay. And so when you're cooking, when you're hmm, okay, cooking, that's where it starts.
Mhm.
Let's find something that we can implement when you are cooking. You watch television or maybe talking on the phone with someone. What's
Um,
to keep you in that present moment?
Um, well, usually I'm just like cooking in silence, so that's like why my thoughts start to wander. But I know I used to listen to music like all the time, so maybe incorporating that from my drive home, like just keep my phone playing music, um, and maybe that'll just like keep my mood elevated. Because I mean, you can't really just be. I mean, I guess you can be unhappy and sad if you're playing that kind of music, but if you're playing like upbeat kind of songs that keep you energized, like maybe that would help keeping me focused and in the moment because I'm just following along to the lyrics and kind of just staying with what I'm doing.
Mhm.
I think it's when it's quiet and like I'm just not really focusing on what I'm doing. That's that's when I can tell like, oh, you're going away.
And it's and the music will bring you back. And it seems like I hear a lot of people saying how music gets them happy, it keeps them, it just gives them a different type of energy. And that would eliminate the silence to
Yeah,
avoid constant thinking.
yeah, because I can definitely tell when it's quiet. Like those are the times that I notice I slip into those like more negative feelings or the feelings where like I need to get things done. Especially when my boyfriend's not home, like I get into like really negative, like lonely thoughts. So yeah, I think if I keep it like the noise will kind of make it seem like somebody's here, like
Mhm.
with me. So it keeps me focused on the moment. And yeah, and that's something that's so easy. Like just keep my phone playing music from the car till I walk in. So yeah, I think that would work out a little bit better. I
'Cause
mean, I could try it.
mhm. It seems like the music it helps out a lot. It keeps you going. Like you said, you listen to it in the morning and it kind of like, gets you pumping and kind of
Yeah.
that kind of carries that energy from the car to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then that
Yeah, I definitely
excuse me.
think it would keep my mood kind of elevated and keep me energized. Cause yeah, once I start like cooking dinner, I'm like getting to like that exhausted point, but I
Mhm.
know I have to keep going. So maybe just incorporating just that would help me keep going, I guess.
And then you mentioned that it takes place kind of from the cooking, kind of moves on into your homework where you're constantly
Mm-hmm.
going. And I know it's going to be, it wouldn't, well, I don't know, some people may do it, some may not, but bring in the music into the homework. Or just relaxing at that moment so you can focus on what's going on. It doesn't necessarily have to be music. I said some do and some don't. But what is something that you think that can keep you in that moment of, hey, I'm doing homework. I don't need this to take me 5 hours. Like I have to get it done. So let's come up with something that can keep you in that present moment and kind of
Yeah.
open those thoughts.
And that's where I have like such a hard time is keeping my thoughts is really during homework because like I used to listen to music, but then I'd be so like distracted, like, oh, what's this song? I want to look up who this is. And the next thing I know, I'm listening to every single song by this artist and my homework is just abandoned. So I have had to stop listening to music. But then like I'm reading like these really boring articles like I don't want to read. So I'll keep